Hello everyone, welcome back to Study Zone. Today we are going to learn a new problem, that is a DFA to accept set of all strings over a comma b of length at least 2. So in the previous video we have seen somewhat same problem, but here there is at least 2, but on that we have exactly 2, right? So by the end of this video you will understand how to solve such problems easily. So okay, let's get started. Okay, to begin with we have to understand these things first. Like here we have to accept strings of length 2 and more than 2. Why? Because here the condition is we just at least 2, which means at most we can have any number of combinations, but at least we should have 2. Okay, so what we have to reject? We have to reject less than 2 characters, or string having less than 2 characters. Okay, so let's write alphabets. So what are all the alphabets we have over a comma b? So the alphabets are a and b. Now what are all the languages? Languages are represented with L, alphabets are represented with the help of sigma. So the languages are at least 2, which means at first write the combination of 2 characters AA, AB, BA, BB. Now 2 is done, and then at least 2, which means we can write more than 2. So I am writing AAA or AAB, BAA, BBB, anything like that, or I will write 4 characters AABB. So we can write lot of number of combinations like this, right? So here it is at least 2, more than 2. It can be any amount of characters, but it should be at least 2. So we wrote alphabets and languages. Now we have to take states first, right? How many states we need to solve this problem? So look here, for that it's simple. Here at first in minimum we need 2 characters. 2 characters means how many states? It's been discussed in many videos, that is 2 characters means 3 states. Okay, so here one more thing you have to remember is 3 states are Q0, Q1 and Q2, right? So Q0 is a state which read no symbol, which means if I didn't read any symbol, then it will be there in Q0 state. So if I read one symbol, it will move to Q1 state. So after reading one symbol, it will move to Q1 state, and then after reading 2 symbol, it will move to Q2 state, right? So this, in our problem we need at least 2. So this one will be the accepting state. So let's draw the transition diagram and understand these steps clearly. Okay, as I told, can you guys tell me now what are all the 3 states? 3 states are Q0, Q1, Q2. So the 3 states are Q0, which is a starting state, and Q1 and Q2. As we discussed, Q2 is the final accepting state. So the condition is, so let me write the languages again. The languages are AA, AB, BA, BB, and we can write 3 combinations also, right? So now at first Q0 will be moving to Q1 on taking any one of the input symbol. So in this case, Let us take an example like if we have a basket and there is apple and banana. Here there is no restriction that you have to pick apple at first or you have to pick banana at first. You have to pick any one of the fruit to move to next basket. Okay. So here the thing is, here if I get apple, then also I can move to next state. If I get banana, then also I can move to next state, which means here if I get input symbol A, then also it's okay. If I get input symbol B, then also it's okay. Why? Because string can start with A or string can start with B. So Q0 on A or B moving to next state Q1. And again Q1 on A or B moving to next state Q2. Why? Because second symbol can be A or can be B. There is no restriction in second symbol also. So it can be moved to next state on A or B. Now let's take this example. A is done. Now here if I have one more A, what should I do? 2 or more number of A or B. So it should get accepted, right? 2 is already done. So our only goal is length at least 2, that is done. So I can have any number of A comma B. The thing is at least A B or A B B should be there. At most I can have any number of characters. So I hope this transition diagram is proper. So to check this we have to take some of the examples and check whether this is rejecting or accepting, right? So let's take some of the examples and solve this. Okay, the first example is A. So let's see. A is a string which should get rejected, right? So what are the strings that are going to rejected here? A, B and null set. These are all the strings that are going to get rejected. So A should get rejected, then our transition diagram is proper. So let's see. So Q0 on A moving to Q1. But Q1 is not a accepting state. So this one will get rejected. And then I have AB. AB should get accepted. Let's see. So Q0 on A moving to Q1. And then we have B. Q1 on B moving to Q2, which is a accepting state. So string is getting accepted. Now I have BAA. So let's check this. So Q0 on B moving to Q1, and then I have A, Q1 on A moving to Q2, and then again I have A, no problem. I will be there in this state only by self looping. So this one is also getting accepted. Now I have one more example, that is epsilon. So epsilon means a null set or no symbol. So Q0 is a state which will be there when there is no symbol, right? So it will be there in Q0 state only. So this one will get rejected. And then I have B. So Q0 on B moving to Q1, done. Again A, Q1 on A moving to Q2, done. I have B there. So self loop. So this is the accepting state. So this one will get accepted. Now only B. Q0 on B moving to Q1. Q1 is not the accepting state. So it will get rejected. Yes, our transition diagram is correct. Now BB. BB means BB should get accepted or rejected. It should get accepted, right? So Q0 on B moving to Q1 and Q1 on again B moving to Q2, which is an accepting state. So my string is getting accepted. So this is how we represent transition diagram and how we verify with the help of examples. Now let's write the transition table. For that it's simple. First we have to take Q0, Q1 and Q2. And then we have to take input symbols A and B. Done. Now what we have to write is Q0 on A moving to which state? Q1 state, right? We have to write this one here. And then Q0 on B also moving to Q1. So I am writing Q1 state here. And Q1 on A moving to Q2. Q1 on A moving to Q2 and Q1 on B also moving to Q2. And then Q2 on A, it will remain in Q2 state only, and Q2 on B, it will also remain in Q2 state only. So this is the accepting state. This is how we represent the transition table. Okay. To recap what we have discussed today. So at first we have taken the problem of strings over a comma b of length at least 2, which means we constructed a DFA which is going to accept a string which is having 2 or more than 2 characters, and we have checked it whether it is going to reject these less than 2 characters, and then we have taken some of the examples and traced the transition diagram, and then we wrote the transition table. So that's what we have discussed today. So if you feel this video is helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.